Hello everyone, welcome back to Film and Flash. I apologize ahead of time for the shaky camera, the tripod's not even. I noticed the last video the audio wasn't so good, so I'm trying to speak directly into the microphone to make it a little bit better for you guys. And today we're reviewing the Anscoflex 2. This is essentially a copy of the Rollieflex. It's a decent copy. I mean, Ansco made affordable copies of a lot of cameras, a lot of Kodak copies. Imperial was similar in that regard. We're going to go over this camera, what all came with it. We're going to look through the manual, some features about it. Anyway, this was introduced in 1954, and I believe it sold for around $15 for just the camera. Now, adjusted for inflation, I'm not 100% sure what that would be today. You're welcome to look that up. I can actually put it in the description, which I will. So check the description if you want to know the price today adjusted for inflation. This takes M3 flash bulbs, or is it M4? Let me see if I have something in here that tells you. Actually, let me pop this one out real quick. That just shot me in the face. Hopefully I caught that on video. Yeah, they come out pretty hard. Then the flash bulb fell in my case. So, it doesn't say plainly, just says USA on it. I'm going to say it's either M3 or M4. Probably M4. Then this is the Ansco flash unit, and it tells you the flash lamp to subject distance. And then this takes two 1.5 volt batteries. Tells you how to adjust your flash depending on the film type and your distance, as well as your different kind of flash bulbs. Apparently it can take 3 different styles of flash bulbs: SM, SF, and M2, or at least those are the 3 that are mentioned on it. For shorter distances, diffuse light with 1 thickness of white handkerchief to avoid overexposure. Anyway, let's go over how to use this camera. So first off, what you're going to do after you have the film loaded in is you're going to lift up on this, and as you lift up on this, as you can see, it opens the viewfinder, which allows you to see through this. Now, this is a twin lens reflex camera, and these were like a simplified version of a box camera. Essentially, it's actually kind of more convenient. I prefer them. And then this actually helps protect the viewfinder from getting dirty, which was a common occurrence on a lot of box cameras. If you find them today at the flea market, you'll see they tend to have a lot of caking on the viewfinder. Now you may be wondering what this fancy red button does. Well, lucky for you, I clicked it. Anyway, that'll open up the little back door to help you look at the film. As you can see, it says it takes Ansco 620. It'll take any 620 film that's no longer made, so you have to re-roll it with 120 film. Anyway, you would typically load your film up here, and then you would stretch it across. Stretch it across in the bottom and put it in that little slit. Then you close it up. As you can see, this camera is fully functioning. It doesn't have a bulb mode on it, unfortunately, which if you ask ChatGPT about it, it actually tells you it does. That's not true. This thing right here is for helping you line up your slides, and no need to go over it. I mentioned it in a lot of my videos. Basically, if you're trying to line it up, the slides are numbered, and you can use this to help locate it. Anyway, let's close this real quick. We're not going to need it for a while. Basically, to cock the camera, you need to pull this down, pull it up, it cocks this out, click it, there you go. And then just pull this down to close it, push it down to close it. I apologize for my fingernails being dirty. Has a little rubber sling. Then this flash unit, to unscrew it, you basically just rotate this lefty loosey, righty tighty, and then you have to unscrew it for a decent amount of time until it pops out. To put it on, you just stick it in and screw this up. Anyway, first you have to pop the bulb out. So basically it'll come like this, and then you just stick this on, You can usually twist it and there's a pin, but this doesn't have it. So say yours doesn't have the pin, and this will just pop right off. Well, here's a solution to your problem. Stick the flash bulb in. There you go. It can't come off no more. It also shouldn't be an issue as long as you're not playing with it. Anyway, let's put this back on. As you can see, it's a pretty simple process. Line up the holes. I'm doing it through the lens of my camera. Alright. Screw this on till it gets decently hard to turn. You don't want to screw it too hard, then it's going to be hard to take off. Anyway, if you notice, there's two little levers down here. One is for the close-up lens, which I think is, I don't know how close you can get. I think it's under 7 feet is the close-up lens. Then this is the filter, which is like a little yellow filter, which adds better contrast to your photos. Yeah, this camera does not have any adjustable focus beyond the close-up lens. So for the most part, I would use this for landscape photos, or at least portraits where you're a decent distance away from the subject. And that's pretty much the overview of the camera and how to use it. As you can see, it says patent pending. I don't know if it's still pending or not. Here's your tripod mount. See, the only way you can mount it's like this. It tells you right here it is made in Binghamton, New York, USA, Ansco. Then now let's go over some stuff that came with this camera. More flash bulbs. I have 3 of them. A 45 volt ever ready battery, photographic flash battery. Let me just be the first to tell you, it does not go to this camera. That is huge, and I have no idea what camera would need a battery this big. This thing literally looks like it's gonna kill somebody. It's huge. I wonder if it's made out of lithium. I don't know. Way too big. Just for reference, a car battery is 12 volts. So this thing could power a couple cars. Anyway, here's the manual that came with it. It says taking pictures with the Anscoflex 2 camera. You open it up. Basically, it tells you what kind of photo sizes it takes. You get 12 pictures on one roll. You get 2 2¼ inch by 2¼ inch on Ansco 620 film. They're going to be about this size, the negatives, which is decent. You don't need them to be huge. Basically, Raymond Lowery, which says right here, he was very prominent. He actually helped design this camera, as well as stuff for Coca-Cola and some other famous company. He was very prominent. Anyway, it doesn't tell you a whole lot of important stuff. This is basically telling you how to use it. The camera front, apparently it's made out of aluminum. Maybe this thing is made out of aluminum, but this part's definitely like a plastic. Opens to form a light shield for the viewing lens. Oh, so that explains it. It's supposed to make it so you can see it in glary conditions. Do not push down the top of the panel. Use the extension piece at the bottom. I have not been doing that at all. It doesn't matter. The camera back. To open the camera back. Basically, it's telling you everything I kind of just told you. Here's instructions on how to take the picture. I don't think I have to read it to you. It's kind of right there. These are some example photos taken with it. It's kind of neat. I mean, these are real people in these photos. This one person standing next to a calf, it looks like. Here's a lady playing tennis. Another lady playing tennis. Or it might be the same lady. Oh yeah, see how this is the yellow filter? It's supposed to show it adds more contrast to your photos. It says what you see in your viewfinder will make your final print. That's not 100% accurate, just so you know. This being a twin lens reflex camera, that would mean that the it's not going to be exactly accurate. So let me lift this up for you real quick so you see. This little big square thing is what you're actually seeing out of. So it is not going to be precise. And then this is for your exposure. You cannot adjust your exposure. All it is clicking the button. Basically it says never leave them in the halfway position. The yellow filter will remove some of the blue light coming from the sky, make it appear darker. In contrast, the white clouds appear whiter and more distinct. That's basically showing you what it looks like when it's primed and ready to go, and that's it after being depressed. The winding knob. The locking action prevents the user from making double exposures and error. Be sure the camera is held steady and level when making exposure. This is all very common sense stuff. When you press the shutter release button, more than one distinct click will be heard. You have not taken a picture until the button is depressed all the way. Wind the film. Basically, it's showing you exactly how I showed you how to do it. Here's how to load the camera. There you go. That's probably a little bit more detailed than what I told you. Just read that, and then that should tell you how to do it. Oh, I might have been wrong. It looks like the roll of film actually goes at the bottom, not the top. I have no idea. Well, I should know. I mean, I'm telling you guys. I'm not from the 50s. But yeah, this is why it's great when you get these with the manuals, because I mean, they tell you exactly what you need to know. This is produced by the manufacturer. Anyway, I paid $5 for this camera. I actually haven't gone over everything that's in here yet. This is basically telling you how to take care of it. I'm gonna end it off here, like as far as going over it. My last video is way too long. Nobody wants to watch something that long. See, this is where the two batteries go. As you can tell, it's clearly not a 45-volt battery. It should actually tell you what kind of batteries you put in. Actually, will it tell you what kind of flash bulbs to put in? It doesn't, unfortunately. That doesn't matter. Anyway, check this out. When you press that button on the back, it actually will shoot it out pretty far. The spent bulb. Which, no need for it to be that violent, but yeah, it does. Anyway, the leather on the inside of this is actually pretty nice. The outside's got some wear and tear. The zipper still works, it closes up and everything. It does its job, it protects the camera. I'm pretty sure all these bulbs are unused. Oh, this is a Sylvania. I have a lot of Sylvania bulbs. It's got some carbon or something in it. I don't know. I don't know if these are multi-use or one use or not. I would assume they're only one use. You see this little like puffy cotton looking stuff on it? I think that's steel wool, actually. And then it ignites the steel wool and makes a quick flash. Little fun fact. Basically, there's nothing here in this. This is probably for like spare film, cleaning supplies. I don't know. I actually don't know if this was the original bag that came with it. I'm sure you could find it out with a quick Google search. I mean, I put a little bit of effort into it, but overall, not a whole bunch. This right here is the case that goes around the camera. I'll show you how to put it on in a second. It's genuine leather, made in the USA. Full wraparound, and you can actually still fully use the camera with the case on it. Let's put it on real quick. So, we're going to have to take the flash off to do this. I mean, I think you can reattach the flash at a later time, but you can't put it in with the flash unit attached to it. So let's just, first you will unclip it at the top, and then you should just be able to slide the camera in through the top, like so. We see this little thing here, that will click into this, and then you will put this over, and click it here. You know, flip it over and click it on here, and then there you go. And then you can attach the flash unit to the outside right here, and then you can fully use the camera. It says you'll hear more than one distinct click. Let's actually see if this is true. That's not true at all. Like, the only click I can hear is when I depress the shutter. So I have no idea what they're on about. Anyway, make sure you tighten this. This is what actually keeps the camera in. It threads into the tripod mount screw, and it actually has a tripod mount screw built into it. So essentially, you can keep the camera in the case the entire time. The only time you have to take it out is when you're changing the film, and you have to flip this up, obviously, to access the viewfinder. And then that is basically everything there is to say about this camera. We managed to shorten the video a lot. This is mint condition with everything it needs. The value of this, it would be appraised at around $50. Quick sell price $25 at a flea market. If you find someone who knows what this is and wants one, is avid camera collector, maybe an Ansco fan, you can charge them a bit more. It depends on your market, your audience, who you're selling it to. It's all about the right buyer. In my opinion, a fair price to pay for this. If you are going to use it, I'd go ahead and pay $50. If you're just a collector like me, try to get it around $20. If it's in mint condition like this, got everything with it, and you're not very frugal like me, I would probably estimate it for a fair, reasonable price would be around $35. But it is fair market value would be around $50. Like I said, prices, they're not for sure. It's all about your audience. But it's got a nice little leather strap. I mean, honestly, overall, it's a great camera. I'm going to disassemble it and put it away now. Let me just pop this bulb out, pop this off, put it back in the bag. I don't have no idea what that 45 volt battery goes to. Some big camera flash for sure. Something I don't have. Would like to have the camera that goes to that. I've never seen a battery that big. I mean, there's no need for a battery so gigantic, if you ask me, but yeah, what do I know? Let me see if this will zip up. I might have to move some stuff around. Let me see, I might just put the battery, let's put the battery in the flash bulbs. Let's separate them. So here's 3 flash bulbs that came with it. Let's separate them. Now, could I end the video and do all this? Yes. Let's actually just end the video now. Overall, if you're looking for a good point and shoot SLR, you can't afford a Rollieflex. Obviously, this is nowhere near as good as a Rollieflex, but at the price point you're getting it, can't go wrong with it. Is it one of the best box cameras out there? No. I mean, it only has one exposure setting. The focus is a non-adjustable, but almost all TLRs, which is twin lens reflex, aren't adjustable focus anyway. You know, flash unit's seamless, it's portable. It's not extremely lightweight. Decent though. There's definitely lighter cameras out there. It's kind of bulky actually for a. I would recommend going with a Kodak Rollieflex if this is the kind of camera you're going for. Is this prettier? Is it more design? Is it more unique, the design? Sure. If you appreciate the design and you're looking for a good point and shoot 620 film camera, go with this. This has some decent features that are better than Kodak. Kodak doesn't offer filters, nor does it offer close-up lenses. So that is 2 things that this excels at. If you're looking to take close-up photos with a TLR, get this. If you're looking to take photos with higher contrast, go with this. At the price doesn't really matter. They're both around the same price. In my opinion, it really depends on what you're looking for. You can leave a comment asking me what you need, and I can actually recommend a pretty good camera. I have almost every camera you can think of. I have 35mm, 120, 620. I have everything you can think of. Let me know what you're looking for. I can recommend what camera to get. Overall, I would recommend this camera. It's cheap. It's good at what it does. And what more can you ask for? Now, if you're into antique cameras, buy this. That's something you need to make aware of. Film's going to be more expensive. Flash bulbs are going to be harder to find. Batteries are going to be harder to find. Parts are going to be harder to find. Everything's going to be harder to find. If you want to use a vintage camera, get something like this. If you want a TLR style camera, go on Amazon. You can actually still get cameras like these. Or if you want a TLR style camera in 35mm, get one of those. I actually don't have one of those. I'm sure they make them. There are a lot of cameras out there. At the end of the day, it depends on what you're looking for. I cannot fully recommend this camera to somebody because I don't know what you need. I just can't cater to everybody's needs. I mean, with that being said, there isn't a whole lot more to say. I love vintage cameras, but they can be a handful. It can be expensive. They can be difficult. They can be, first of all, the pictures they take are nowhere near as good as cameras today. But it's all about the vintage appeal and the aesthetic and the tactile feel. of it, because cameras nowadays, they're very desensitized. Everybody knows that. Fujifilm's actually doing a pretty good job with not being completely desensitized. They still have a lot of tactile things. It's not all LCD digital touchscreen. I can get into a huge debate over that. It doesn't matter. The video ended up being longer than I wanted it to be anyway. I apologize. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Film and Flash out.